In a dramatic twist for Philadelphia Eagles fans, the potential trade of All-Pro wide receiver A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots is the centerpiece of this offseason's narrative. As we delve into the implications of this looming decision, I'd like to know where you're watching from and what your thoughts are on this situation. Let's dissect the latest developments and what they mean for the Eagles moving forward. The buzz surrounding A.J. Brown has reached a fever pitch, especially after ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that a trade is likely to materialize around June 1st. While the deal has yet to be finalized, the Eagles have seemingly begun their transition away from Brown, a player who has been integral to the team's success over the past 4 years. The move that has sent Eagles Nation into a tailspin? The Eagles traded up to secure the number 20 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and selected Makai Lemon, a wide receiver out of USC, a decision that many fans interpreted as a clear signal that Brown's time in Philadelphia is drawing to a close. Social media lit up with reactions, with fans expressing a mix of disbelief and resignation regarding the potential end of the A.J. Brown era. One fan questioned the move, stating, "W.R. Makai Lemon is headed to the Eagles. A.J. Brown replacement." Another chimed in, expressing frustration. "Drafting Makai Lemon essentially confirms it. A.J. Brown is getting traded." The handling of this situation by the Eagles is ridiculous. These sentiments reflect a growing unease within the fan base, as many grapple with the implications of losing a star player who has been a key contributor on the field. Makai Lemon certainly comes with impressive credentials. Last season, he notched a career-high 79 receptions for 1,156 yards and 11 touchdowns, earning both the Biletnikoff Award and All-American honors at USC. While his achievements are noteworthy, the reality is that he faces the daunting task of stepping into the role vacated by Brown, a player who has consistently delivered big performances and been a reliable target for quarterback Jalen Hurts. As we look ahead, the uncertainty surrounding A.J. Brown's future casts a shadow over the Eagles' wide receiver room, which as of now also includes DeVonta Smith, Hollywood Brown, and Dontavian Wicks. The potential absence of Brown raises questions about the overall strength of the receiving core. While Hurts will still have weapons at his disposal, the chemistry developed with Brown over the years cannot be overlooked. It's a delicate balancing act for the Eagles as they navigate this transition. In summary, the Eagles' decision to draft Makai Lemon signals a significant shift in the team's strategy, possibly confirming the end of A.J. Brown's chapter in Philadelphia. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and while Lemon's potential is undeniable, the emotional investment fans have in Brown adds layers of complexity to this unfolding saga. As we continue to analyze the ramifications of these decisions, let's move on to our next news item that further defines the Eagles' path forward. In a surprising move that has sent ripples through the NFL landscape, the Philadelphia Eagles have traded up to secure a promising wide receiver in the first round, doing so in a deal with their longtime division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, you heard that right. The Eagles moved from the 23rd pick to the 20th, sacrificing their first rounder along with both fourth-round picks, number 114 and number 137, to snag USC standout Makai Lemon. Now, let's take a moment to analyze this pick. At 5 foot, 11 and 195 pounds, Lemon is a player who brings solid route-running instincts and an innate ability to locate soft spots in coverage, qualities that make him an ideal slot weapon at the next level. But here's the crux of the matter. This decision may have more significant implications for A.J. Brown's future in Philadelphia than we first realize. The Eagles have already bolstered their receiving core this offseason, adding notable talents like Marquise Brown, Dontavian Wicks, and Elijah Moore to a group that already boasts the 3-time All-Pro A.J. Brown and the ever-reliable DeVonta Smith, who has crossed the 1,000-yard mark in 3 of his 5 seasons. With this much talent at the receiver position, the choice to draft Lemon stands out, raising eyebrows and sparking conversations among the fan base. Even NFL Network's Ian Rappaport hinted during the draft broadcast that the Eagles might be bracing for a future without Brown. Remember, Brown's frustration with the offense was a recurring theme throughout the 2025 season, and those trade rumors have persisted like a shadow over the franchise. By trading up in a division deal to grab Lemon, the Eagles have only intensified those speculations. If you're asking me, Brown's exit from Philadelphia is starting to look not just likely, but perhaps even inevitable. Let's not overlook Lemon's exceptional collegiate performance. In 2025, he had a monster year, winning the Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver. He earned first-team Associated Press All-American honors and first-team All-Big Ten recognition, finishing 8th in the FBS with 1,156 receiving yards on 79 catches, averaging an impressive 14.6 yards per reception. Lemon also found the end zone 11 times, tying for 9th nationally. His versatility was on full display as he contributed not just as a receiver, but also as a rusher, kick returner, and punt returner, even throwing a touchdown pass. So Eagles fans, what does this all mean for the team moving forward? Are we witnessing the beginning of a new era in Philadelphia, one that might not include A.J. Brown? With such a talented roster at receiver, the Eagles are certainly making bold moves. But is it wise to gamble on the future of a player who has been a cornerstone of this franchise? I want to hear your thoughts. Where are you watching from? And what's your take on the implications of this draft pick? As we digest this development, we'll continue to keep an eye on how these roster changes unfold. What's next for the Eagles? Stay tuned as we transition to our next item. The tension around the NFL draft is palpable, especially when decisions made in the moment can shape the future of a franchise. Now, as we dive deeper into the latest developments, we got to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers' choice at pick 21. The buzz around the draft room can change in an instant, and for the Steelers, it certainly did. Fans, where are you watching from? And what do you think about the Steelers selection? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The 2026 NFL Draft for the Steelers won't be fully understood for a few years, but the immediate reaction from inside Acrisure Stadium was telling. When the announcement of Makai Lemon was made, the excitement in the air dissipated quickly. This pick, while potentially valuable, has raised eyebrows not just for who was selected, but for who was left on the board. The Eagles GM, Howie Roseman, made a strategic move to trade up and snag wide receiver Makai Lemon, a player the Steelers reportedly had their sights on. This was not just a missed opportunity. It was a moment that left a mark on the psyche of Steelers fans. Now, make no mistake, Makai Lemon could evolve into a significant asset for the Steelers. With the recent developments concerning Broderick Jones, addressing the offensive line was indeed a priority. However, the decision to select a tackle who still requires extensive development feels akin to past mistakes that have haunted the franchise. It's reminiscent of the Steelers' earlier draft choices, including Jones himself, who took time to find his footing in the league. As we break down Lemon's capabilities, there are certainly qualities that spark hope. He's a newcomer to football, having only started playing in 2021, which means he brings fresh potential but also a steep learning curve. His physical attributes are impressive. Good movement skills, fluidity, and a solid range when blocking. He can seal off defenders on run plays and has proven he can track down opponents in the open field. Unfortunately, the downside is that he lacks experience, and his skill set is in need of refinement. The question remains, can he develop under the right guidance? If he can, we might just see that diamond in the rough. It's clear that this pick is a gamble. The analysts suggest that Lemon doesn't come with a lot of the bad habits that often plague raw talent, but the path to becoming a starter is still fraught with challenges. If he lands in a situation where he can learn from a seasoned right tackle or an experienced defensive line coach, there's potential for him to emerge as a quality starter. Drawing comparisons to current Buffalo Bills right tackle Spencer Brown, it's evident that the upside is there, but it's as much about circumstance as it is about talent. But let's not sugarcoat it. The sting of missing out on a player like Lemon will linger for some fans. The Steelers had a chance to secure a top-tier wide receiver who could have added an exciting dynamic to the offense. Instead, they opted for a project, and that decision has left many feeling uneasy. It's a classic case of what if, and it raises serious questions about the long-term vision of the team. As we wrap up this analysis, it's essential to recognize that the draft is always a roll of the dice. If Lemon develops into the player the Steelers hope for, this pick will be lauded in hindsight. But for now, the skepticism is palpable, and the comparison to the Eagles' savvy maneuvering only underscores the pressure on the Steelers' front office to deliver. What do you think, Steelers fans? Do you believe in Makai Lemon's potential, or are you left yearning for what could have been with Makai Lemon? Share your opinions, and let's engage in a passionate discussion about the future of our beloved team. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights, and stay updated on all things Steelers.